Hi Taurus, and welcome to your Tarot Videoscope for 17 by Amma. This reading is for Taurus Sun, Taurus Rising, and Taurus Moon. Please make sure that you listen for your rising sign and for your moon sign, because sometimes your messages show up for you through your rising sign and through your moon sign. This will be a general reading. If you'd like to schedule a private consultation, please email me at ammalightworker@gmail.com, or you can also contact me through the website ammalightworker.com. For the Vimeo videos, this time I will, of course, pass on to you your Akashic Records messages. I will clear for this month of 17 during those videos, so clearing negative energy that be influencing you during this month of March. And of course, I will be talking about how the solar eclipse that will take place in March will affect you in March and in the next 6 months. For this reading today, I am using a new deck of cards. These are called the Egyptian Oracle card right here by Pierluca Zizi, if I'm saying that correctly. It is a very unusual deck of cards, very interesting. And let's see what messages are coming through. I will be doing a spread called the Key of Life using 5 cards from this deck. The first card that showed up for you in the position of the root cause, something in the past, what happened in the past that still influence you in your current situation and in your future. The Ace of Spades. This is called A Woman and Her Regrets. And it is a card that tells about some anxiety that you have, grief, overthinking, sorrow. It could also be grief that already happened about in the past in relation to some event or some sort of a loss that you experienced. It could also be sorrow because in the past you received a bad news, but it is also a card that indicates some possible abuse of power or possible violence in the past. And the card indicates that even though the situation is tough, it's painful, but that doesn't mean that it's hopeless. So at this point where this card shows up, that means that you are going to have a turning point with something that you have been struggling. For some of you, this could mean a job situation, maybe struggling to get a new job. This could also be emotionally struggling with something. I am also told that some of you, it indicates strugglings to get along better with some family members, family affairs. I keep getting something on inheritance and the distribution of an estate, or the a fair exchange to something. Some of you, maybe recently, you had a major closure, maybe a big relationship ended recently. So it feels like it happened maybe a couple of months ago. And now you are still processing some feelings in relation to that. So I feel that for all of you, to some degree, it feels like you still need some closure about something that happened in the past. And this card also comes with an advice. The advice is that you, Taurus, are very wise, very mature, and you can give the right advice to someone else who be in the same situation as you. But sometimes you do not take your own advice. So from this point, you have to listen to yourself, you have to take your own advice and start acting on it. So I feel like they're kicking you a little bit, like kicking you in the butt a little bit, because I feel like they're trying to make you understand that you need to start some action for something. I do not know what this is, but it is something that you need to start doing in March. I feel that something is coming to a culmination point or to a completion, and I feel that your work is going to give you a huge deal of satisfaction. If you are not working, I feel that your social life be getting more active. You are just going to enjoy your daily activities more than usual. All of you are going to experience a certain sense of spirit is being uplifted, liberation, freedom. For some of you, I feel that you will be granted the rights to something. So maybe that's why, or maybe you will be given back some rights that maybe in the past you felt that they were taken away. So maybe that's why you are experiencing this sense of freedom and liberation. And it could also be that you are going to free yourself, and this message won't make sense to all of you, it will make sense to some of you. You are going to free yourself by the truth being revealed. You'll be revealing the truth of some secrets. You'll find out some secrets about the family, some secrets about someone's past, but some secrets and some misunderstandings from the past. I feel like now you're going to figure out what happened. Now you're going to know the truth. So it's like a light will be shed into some matters of the past. So you're going to also be more open into understanding other people's point of view. So emotionally, some of you be experiencing some huge sense of liberation or even a spiritual awakening. The next card that showed up representing your current situation, you have the Six of Spades. And I believe I got this card for another sign at a different position. So this is called A Woman and Her Regrets. It represents sometimes you worry for things that you should not. So you have anxiety for things that you should not. So overly thinking, anxiety, overly worry. So right now you need some very specific clarifications into some urgent matters that will take place. And for some of you, the advice is that you need to stand up for your self, or you need to start to take action in spite of your personal your personal situation and inconveniences. So I feel that for some of you, money presents a blockage because I feel that you wanted to do something, but yet you feel like due to your current financial situation, maybe your finances are not allowing for this to happen. And it feels like for some of you, maybe you need some money to invest maybe into a business, in an idea that you have, to publish something, or to purchase some courses or books, whatever this is. I feel that the money is there. You will come up. Something is going to happen. And this money will come together for you. You will be able to start to pay some debt. Some of you finally be paying off the entire debt. It could be, debt on the credit cards. A sudden bill show up for some of you. However, I feel that you will be able to take care of these sudden expenses or sudden bill that you show up. What else am I getting through these cards? I feel that for some of you, you are still struggling over a sense of separation. You'll be traveling for work, your loved one will be traveling for work, but some of you, maybe recently you had some issues around being separated from your family, maybe for due to misunderstandings, maybe due to work reasons, due to legal reasons. It could be anything at all. But I feel that a reunion is coming up shortly for some of you. So some of you are going to experience some sort of a family reunion or a get together. So those of you who were apart, got separated from someone, and I don't know what this is because I don't feel that this message applies to everybody, but for some of you, I feel like now this person will come back in your life. And the key word here is courage, because they want me to emphasize that excuse me, at this point you need courage, not only courage to deal with some prominent matters or some emergency situations, but you also need some courage into dealing with your own frustrations, denial issues, secrets. You need to bring forward your originality, your authenticity. And it's like you will be tested. You will be put in a position when you really need to prove your true value, your true power. This also be in a legal sense. So, and the advice is courage is something that you give to yourself. It won't be granted to you. You cannot buy courage. So, a lot of courage will be needed from you at this time. The next card that you have in the position of the possible future developments, you have the Eight of Clubs, and this is a reunion between a brother and a sister. So that's the name of the card, reunion of a brother and a sister. And the meaning of the card is that when this card shows up, you are going to have some solution, some resolution into a difficult situation, into some struggles that are going on. And as a result, you're going to have a better understanding, peace, and harmony. But also, help will be coming to you from very unexpected sources. It could be practical help, it could be advice, it could be that coincidence, running into people is like chance is going to bring you some resolution. But this is also a card that it also means like the chickens have come home to roost. So this actually be you traveling to meet family coming to meet you. But also, if you pay attention to the picture, it looks like some sort of a proposal. So someone in the family be proposed to, or they be decided to propose to someone else. This could be your own proposal, but you will be dealing with some proposal of some sort. And I also feel that as a result, the meaning of the family or the family be expanding. There's going to be an expansion of friends and family. Maybe some people are moving in, or it could be due to maybe now you're going to deal with somebody's getting married or engaged. Now you have to deal with in-laws. So in that sense, the family is expanding. I am not picking up on an actual birth just yet. That would be the case, but it isn't specifically indicated from this card. But I am sensing a new relationship showing up for some of you in the next 6 months. And it may be that through family or someone in the family introduce you to this new love relationship. So family or family connections are going to introduce you to someone that you'll be developing a love relationship with. If you had some issues between siblings, or issues between parents, issues between people who belong to different group ages, so it is mostly oriented between, because people have like a different group age, maybe that's why in some circumstances they don't get along, because their perspective could be totally different, like the old generation and the new generation. But I feel that you'll be struggling, or you may also be dealing with like an emergency situation into some family matters, family affairs. But I also feel that you will be okay. I feel that some of you will finally find your family or reunited with your family. So family will be together in some ways. Some resolution will happen. The next card that you have, it provides advice, falls in the position of the advice, and you have the Eight of Diamonds. And it's very interesting to me how you have like 2 eights in a row. Eights to me means power, authority, healing, cooking, home, owning a home, owning property, accumulation of knowledge, property. But it also means volunteering and helping others. So to me, it represents like a powerhouse. It also represents management. But it also means like managing a family or managing family affairs, and it also has to do with the inner power that you have, this strong inner power that you have to make things happen. So the meaning of the Eight of Diamonds, so this is called the maiden with wildflowers, and it also means handmade. So it feels to me like advice will be coming to you from some people that you trust, from some people who you have trusted in the past. They have helped you in some way. They be professional advice, professional help. But I feel that some of you will be consulting with someone that you consider wiser than yourself. So you also be running into or dealing with some people who are in a position higher than yourself. I feel that for some of you, in a company or in the job that you have, some of the higher up may be presenting to you some ideas or some chances and opportunities to upgrade you to a higher level. Maybe you'll be getting another title added to your titles that you already have at your work. You'll be transitioning into a new position, but I feel like they will grant you more responsibility and more freedom into doing some things, to doing some procedures. I also feel that for some of you, it means that some things that were told to you, I don't know what is it that was told to you. It could be like in terms of spiritual beliefs, religious beliefs, or some facts and data that maybe weren't exact and correct. I feel that now you will figure out what's wrong or what information is true and what is not true. So we also deal with some people who are false, but it's like they're going to call them about the things that they are not being fair or about their falsity. Again, is going back to your originality and your authenticity. So you figure out like a certain scheme here, or who's trying to spread some lies or some rumors. And you have to deal with some misunderstandings, but it's nothing but misunderstandings. At the end of the day, all is good. So this card also, to me, it also talks about something that you will be doing in daily basis that is going to give you the sense of being pretty, beautifying your home, beautifying your office, beautifying things around you, doing beautiful things, experiencing beauty in different ways in daily basis. So for some of you, you'll be drawn to create with your hands, like maybe create floral arrangements, paint, redecorate your home. Some of you will be drawn to changing your appearance. You also be making a decision. You schedule something, or you may get like a consultation about maybe you wanted to get a nose job, or maybe you wanted to do liposuction. So it could also be in regards for some of you, not to all of you. Maybe you want to do some sort of plastic surgery done. But you will have some beautiful experiences in this month of March, and they are not necessarily talking about spending money to have these beautiful experiences. So let's see what how that is going to show up for you. You will also be drawn to not specifically help one person, but you will be drawn to find out what you can do, what is your contribution as to how you are, what you are meant to do to help the world, to help humanity, maybe to help your neighborhood, maybe to help like a group of people. But you will be discovering something in yourself that maybe you had no idea how deep the sense of compassion and help that you have to come to service to others or for others. And the last final card that you have, this is how to, in the position of how to maintain balance, and this is your possible outcome. You have the Three of Clubs, and this is the card of the journey, great traveler. So I'm going to leave the card here for a little bit because I think that these are very interesting and you need to really observe the image, suck it in. So it means, again, this is another card that indicates your present situation will improve. So we started with that, we're ending up with that. Excuse me again, as I said, I'm having a bit of a sore throat. It feels like some of you will be changing the strategy or the plan that you have about something, and you will start to prepare for something new. For some of you, this will be preparing for some travels that will happen. For some of you, this card brings to you an advice. You need to adapt to some new situation in your life. You will deal with some new feelings that you never had these feelings before. You have some mixed emotions about something. Because I keep getting that on one hand you are very excited, but on the other hand you are also very careful and very worried. So the advice is that whatever happens this month, you need to be very flexible and very adaptable. Even through your work, if you are working, I feel like things be constantly changing. But this is also a card that talks about you expanding your mental horizon. So I feel that for some of you, this be the beginning of some sort of a healing journey. You sign up for spiritual courses, you get healing treatments for the first time, you access or deal with past lifetime, with karma, because I feel that something that is going to happen in much for many of you, it was already planned by karma. So a huge shift will be happening to you that it feels like it was written in the stars. Finally, this is happening. Uh, so for some of you, I feel like your life now is going in a different, new and better direction. I feel that some of you will be launching new things, you'll be published, you'll be selected to be the chair or the directing chair into a program, into a job, into a department. You'll be resolving some huge tax issues or tax problems. And for some of you, I feel that you'll be in the process of purchasing some sort of a big property. And I also feel that you are going to discover some new talents that you had, but maybe you weren't aware that you had. And as a result, you start making some money based on this skill that you weren't aware that you have, or this hobby, or this talent. Excuse me again. So I feel that some of you will start to generate money in a whole new way. I'm now going to move on with your Akashic Records messages. Some matters from the past will resurface again because emotionally you are not done yet. You need to have some closure. You need to find some answers. You need some more information, more clarification. Excuse me. You need to know everybody else's point of view. And you also need to focus on your own authenticity, originality, because a lot of originality, your own sense of originality, will come forward this month. And they are talking about that something special that you bring to the table, that special touch that you have about how you make family feel, how you make co-workers feel, that special thing that you bring in this lifetime. Some of you are still in the process of figuring out who you are, what you like to do, regardless of how many years you have been walking on earth. Many of you will receive some great spiritual healing or other forms of healing, but where there was hurt, they said that now you will see and receive healing. So again, where there was hurt, now you will receive healing, joy, good health, and balance. In the next 6 months, it is a great time. They're advising that it is a great time for you to explore some form of healing with past lifetimes. It could be like a karmic healing with Akashic reading, Akashic healing, Reiki, past lifetime regression, or even other forms of therapy. It doesn't have to be energy therapy. It could be other forms of therapy. It could be so any kind of therapy. And for some of you, they also suggested beauty treatments in the next 6 months. It could be spa treatments, and some of you will undergo some sort of a medical procedure. Other ones be undergoing some sort of a plastic surgery procedures, liposuctions, lip fillers, eyelash extensions, tattoos, etc., etc. Something related to work will now start to reward you, not only financially, but also emotionally. Some of you will be transitioning into a new job position. You'll be transitioning into a new department or in a new company. Other one be concluding some sort of a deal, a business deal. You now complete some sort of a settlement. It could be an estate settlement, a divorce settlement, or other kinds of deals and settlements. Other ones, you'll be dealing with some postal issues, like dealing with the issues, postal office issues, packing, shipping, mailing, receiving. You also need to receive some very important mail or some research data, some important data or facts. Other ones be dealing with certifications. Maybe you need to get the birth certification of someone in the family, or something like a family certification or a death certification that already happened, but you need to somehow go and dig in the history of your family. You'll be needing a DNA verification, a marriage license for some of you, so that's good news, getting a marriage license. Congrats if that's you. You'll be getting certified into something or licensed to do something. And they also mentioned something about some sort of adoption papers or other paperwork in relation to some sort of an adoption. It could be a pet, adopting a pet. It could be adopting a child. So that seems like a lot. You must have like a huge turning point in this month of March. So thank you again for listening. Please like, share, subscribe. When you subscribe, you allow me to take messages that could be important for you as well. So remember to click in the links down here below. They're going to take you to the Vimeo videos where I'm going to talk more about how the solar eclipse will influence you in the next 6 months. And I'm also going to clear blockages for this month of March. So anything that could be blocking you during March, and of course, more of your Akashic Records messages. Thank you again. Email me for a private consultation, amalightworker@gmail.com. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon in next video.